Oh, another thrift haul, fabric thrift haul. So I've been doing a lot of thrifting at the thrift stores for fabric that we can upcycle and reuse, repurpose. I wanted to show you my favorite piece that I found is this. I got this one for $1, people. Look at this, peeps. Look at how pretty this is. This looks like, it looks like a valance, like for, it's got this thing. So it was either a curtain or on top of a shower or something like that. But what I love about this is these elephants. So what I did notice is that, after I bought it, I noticed all the elephants have stitching going through them. I don't think there is even one elephant. Let me show you the other one. Yeah, I don't think any of the elephants, because they're all close to the top, don't have stitching in them, like this part of the nose there. But the answer to that, because I'm going to cut them out and use them on my jean products, my jean upselling. So like bags, wouldn't that be beautiful on a denim bag? So on denim bags, denim totes, things like that, and denim denim. I know you guys are going to correct me when I say wrong words. Jeans, I'll just say on jean fabric. So on jeans, upcycling them, turning them into dresses, into skirts or totes, whatever it is. What I'll do is I wanted to treat these as appliques. So I'll cut them out and then I will quilt them and then applique them on. So just a light little bit, just so like it looks like on purpose. But I also think I can use the circles on products and definitely the little birdies, right? But these are there's so many things to use on this. So that was $1. The other product that I got for $1 was this. It is just a piece of lining of some kind. It is actual fabric, very see-through. But this would be very nice inside of a jean bag as the lining in it. So I can always find a use for that. So I grabbed that. Then I got this. Can you believe this? Look at all of that fabric. So this is, let's see, I always do this, don't measure it before I do a video. This is, let's see, 36. I'm gonna tell you real quick. It's 2.5 yards of this. And, oh my gosh, look how pretty it is. This is so pretty. And guess what I found on it? Which, if I save it, let's say I save it for a few years, guess what it has on there? Joann. It's specifically, it says, let me read it to you. Designed and produced exclusively for Joann Fabric and Craft Stores, TM. Ha! And that I will keep. So this, either I can make things from it now. It was made a long time ago. This is an old fabric. I don't know if it's quite vintage yet, but probably in a few years it would be vintage. If you know how old this fabric is, you can let me know. But I got this whole piece for $3 and 2.5 yards for $3 of this. Oh yeah, it would be way more in the store. So I got that one. Make sure you watch my other thrifting video. I went thrifting the week before this one. So that one is being published. When am I publishing that? I'm publishing that the first Tuesday in June. It's being published. So that one, yeah, I think that's the thrifting one, yeah. Right, then I got on this trip, and I'm going to go on another trip on my birthday because that's my dream. I want to go thrifting on my birthday, isn't that funny? So we're going to go up to my family and I, a bunch of my kids live here with me. Or near me and everything, and everybody that's living here, the ones that don't live here are not flying in or anything, and some that are living with me or live a few hours away aren't going to be able to come because of work. But what I'm going to do, we're going to go up to the crater and Homestead Crater here in Utah, and it's a really cool cave that you go swimming in. It's so much fun. But in that area, it's called Heber City. It's over by Park City, and they have amazing thrift stores there. And I never get up the mountain. I live in the mountains, but it's a little higher up in the mountains, so I don't get up there very often. And one of the stores, unfortunately, is going to be closed on the day that they had tickets open for the creators. So I'm going to go back in another couple days with another one of my daughters, and we'll go up there for the other thrift store. But I am hoping to find some real gems up there. So that's like on my birthday, I want to go thrifting. All right, so this one was $4, so it was a little bit more expensive. And it is not a piece of fabric. It's a microfiber towel. It says beach travel yoga. But it is, I'll try to bring it back here so you can see. This is really, really nice, but check this out. Even if I couldn't use that side, check this side out. So it's a double layer, and this right here is really pretty as well. This would make a really, and so if I made a tote bag out of this, but I think it needs to have thicker fabric, which means I would lose that inside. But what I could do is double it, right? I could just double it, and for $4, I don't know, I have to see what all I can make out of that. But the other thing is not only that, so that's if I wanted to use that orange backdrop, but also if I lift it up this way, wouldn't that make some nice hems for some jeans or a jean skirt? Or even this strip here, one of these on each leg, like right around the knee, or right above the knee, or right below the knee, or even a cuff. Oh my gosh, it's like, I almost don't want to cut it up because I'm afraid that I'm not going to do, there's so many things I want to do with it that I can't make up my mind, and I'm afraid when I choose something that it's going to be the wrong thing to choose. But isn't that nice for $4? Like, I mean, it would obviously it'd be nice to just use as a towel at the beach, but it's not what I bought it for. So super nice buy on that. And then I got this. Let's see how much this one. All this fabric. This one they wanted more. This is like a velvet. It's velvet, and like I always tell you in my videos, I don't do a lot with red. So red, and what was the other color? Orange. Orange is my least favorite color, and I don't like brown very much. But red is difficult to sell. So unless I'm making stuff for my family, red is probably not my best first choice in colors that I buy. But because this is velvet, okay, and it's this bright, it's not the crimson red, I'm thinking scrunchies out of this, that for Christmas time, or even for people who like red, because there's enough people that like red that would want to wear a red velvet scrunchie. So your satins are the most popular, and then swimsuit materials very popular for scrunchies, and then velvets and velveteens and satins and things like that. So let's see how many yards of this I got. I got one. All right, so this was 2 yards of velvet for $5, so $2.50 a yard, and I promise you we can't find velvet in these days for $2, $2.50 a yard. So that's a very good velveteen buy, whatever you want to call it. I spent on this on the first trip, in the first video, I spent $12. On this trip, I spent $19. And so then this is the last thing that I bought, and this was the biggest haul of them all. And it wasn't even where, so what they do in the thrift stores is they hang the fabrics on hangers in with your towels, your sheets, home decor kind of things. But I looked up above, and there was like this long metal baskety kind of thing, and there were like a lot of purses in there, little like toiletry bags and things. But then I noticed this, and this they wanted, how much did they want for this one? Oh, $5 for this as well. So let's open up this. I didn't even open it there. Let's open this up and see what it is. I just figured it was too much fabric to not buy for $5. Oh wow, look at this. It's got one little spot, but that's not a big deal. And it is fabric. We can see that it's fabric. It's not a sheet or anything like that. And look how much it is. Look how much. And it's wide. It's like, that's at least, what, 60 inches? Yeah, I'm thinking 60 inches wide. So let's measure this and see how many yards I got. 1, 2, I'm right at my measuring table. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 3/4, 7 3/4 times 60 inches wide. This is a jersey, polyester jersey, like almost like a swimsuit material, but it's not the micro, it's not the not quite like that. A little bit too thin for that, and it's a little stretchy, but not that stretchy, right? But it's perfect for scrunchies, perfect for lining material, bags, so many things for $5. I mean, that's what, how many yards did I tell you was? 6, 7? Anyway, less than $1 a yard, right? So less than $1 a yard, and there's so many things I can use this for that I can repurpose and sell. So $19 on this trip, and amazing buys. Looks like I gotta go back to Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby, whichever one, and buy another. I'm all out of my foam board to wrap these up. So anyway, that is, because I wrap them all up like this. So this is one of the ones I bought last week at a fabric at the thrift store, one of the fabrics. This is a very nice vintagey one. So I'm hoping that when I go up to the other areas that I find some that have more vintagey things, more older people living there. I live in a really high college town area. So I'm hoping when I go to some of these other towns, in my neighborhood, I have a good mix of very old people in their 80s and 90s that I walk with every day. And then we have a lot of in their 60s and then in their 40s and then starting their family. So we have a really good mix in my neighborhood. But at the DI that's close to our neighborhood, which is our local kind of thrift store, most of the people that are donating there are stuff that are kids when they move. So I found a lot of jeans there, a lot of young people's kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go and to some other areas that are more established, maybe are not quite where BYU is, and see if maybe I can find some different kind of vintagey fabrics. I'm also looking for flannels. These are some other things you can look for. Flannels are great because right now flannels mixed with jeans, so popular. And I don't like the boho-esque look, but you can still take the flannels and the jeans and create something upscale that's more even a cottagecore, or if you add some appliques to it and things like that. So that is one thing. The other thing that I didn't find and I was looking for is lace and applique, things I can use for appliques, and I didn't find anything like that as well. So I'm hoping as I go to other thrift places, I can find some of those things. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them for me. And if you like following this kind of content, please like this video as that really helps my channel. Subscribe to me. My goal is to get to my 1,000 subscribers on this channel and before the end of June. So I need like 150 more subscribers. So if you guys can spread the word for me, I would love that, because I'm almost at monetization. I have enough watch hours. I have the 4,000 watch hours, but I don't have the 1,000 subscribers. Now, I used to be monetized years ago on my business channel, but then they took that away when they had there was a big fiasco with PewDiePie, who went to some forest in Japan. I don't know if you remember the story or not, but when he did that, there was such a high controversy around him doing that, but and Japan got all mad and all this stuff. So it was like a really, really big deal. And so then YouTube changed all their monetization stuff and required the 4,000. I had the 1,000 subscribers on my business channel, but I never got to the 4,000 watch hours because it's business stuff. Is kind of boring. It's not like everybody wants to watch it. So I lost my monetization on that channel. But this is my passion. I mean, business is also my passion, but I love to sew. I love to do hauls. I love to go shopping for fabrics. I don't like to go grocery shopping, and I don't do clothing shopping, but I love to do like crafting and crafting shopping, fabric shopping, and all that kind of stuff. And then also looking for deals. So stay tuned because we have a lot more to cover. Bye.